everybody, this is Tenpin for Tenpin Plays, and we are back playing Mass Effect. Well, all that talking was done. Welcome to the Starship Normandy, I believe. The SR-1 Normandy. Oh, there's Caden.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Glad to be okay.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Well, Leroy Jenkins had to die eventually. At least he was booted out of the guild recently.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
Well, you helped.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
Huh. Politics.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
Well, we're gonna brief the council.
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Well, this Let's Play has got real. We got neighbors pounding around up there, if you can hear it. Hey, Ash.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
He will be missed.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
Listen, you earned this post.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Well, you had something to do with that, Ash.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Doctor?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Well, I guess there's really not much.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Advance
Commander.
the story by talking to her. What do we got here? Oh, Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Normandy fun. My locker. And I have stuffs. More stuffs. Alright. What's up here? We're just gonna explore the Normandy, I think, in this video. What the huh? Oh, I was gonna say, she kind of looked a little bit like, what's her name? Your Rio or whatever she is, your assistant in Mass 2. So I was like, huh? Don't you join Cerberus? Going to find out where this takes us. We found the elevator. And a loading screen. We found a loading screen, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Oh. Locker room.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Show me what
Let's
you
see
got.
what you got.
You bet, Commander.
You know, since I really don't have a squad together, actually, you know what? Let's
Looking for supplies?
supplies. Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. What's over here? This is probably going to be one of the more... Ah! So that's how we do this, with them not around. You know, before I start selling anything, I'm going to make sure I have my squad together. What's over here? Ah, we has an engine room, I think. Is this the engine room? Looks like an engine room. Ah, Mr. Adams.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Yep. Doesn't have much to say to me. Okay, whatever. Open sesame on the elevator. Okay. You know, I probably should have talked to Chakwas. Let's see what she has to say to me. Since there were options, I guess.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Wait a minute, are you Dr. Chakwas or Dr. Julian Bashir?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. and he cares about the people under his command.
Alright. How about Caden?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Like what?
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. Open sesame. Navigator, what's going
I'm
on?
glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Well, Leroy Jenkins, what are you gonna do? Alright. Unless I find something other than what I'm... What do we got here? The galaxy map. Okay. Only the CO gets to do that. Alright. Nav manual. Alright, found all that. Anything else? Nope. Looks about right. Well, in that case, we'll talk to Joker in the next video. I know this one was a little boring, but in order to get places, a little Normandy romp and an idea of what the original Normandy looked like is worth it. With all that being said, this is Tenpin for Tenpin Plays, reminding you there are 2 dates in time. They'll carve on your stone. Everyone knows what they mean. What's more important is the time that is known by the little dash there in between. Hopefully we'll have some more exciting stories to tell that dash next time. Peace.